everyone and welcome back to my channel. We haven't met before. My name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I am trying out the Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out collection. I have the highlighter and a brow freeze, and I'll also be showing you how I created this kind of, I guess, soft glam makeup look. So if you'd like to see my opinions on everything, please carry on watching. I hope you're all well, staying safe and staying calm during this time, and yeah, let's just jump straight into the video. Before you do carry on watching, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you're there when I upload a new video. Follow me on my social media accounts. I'm on shivonmakeupbiz on everything. Don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter. And let's just carry on into the video. So today I'm going to be testing out the brow freeze from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which comes in this beautiful rose gold pop, which actually doesn't look like there's anything in it because the brow freeze is completely clear. So when they first kind of released the sneak peeks on like Instagram, I thought this was a lip balm, if I'm completely honest, and now I realise it's a brow glue, which is super exciting, and you don't have to wet it. So I'm going to use this to do my brows. This is 23 pounds, which is Anastasia. It's a very luxury brand. I think if they were to go any steeper than like 25, it would be very expensive, but we'll give this a go and see if it's kind of worth the hype. So it comes in this beautiful rose gold packaging, and then this is what it looks like. To be honest, you can't actually see the product. I will do a close-up shot for you now just so you can kind of have a little overview, but you can see it once you look up close, and it is just a clear kind of wax that you put through your brows to get that fluffy appearance. So as you can tell, I don't have any makeup on. I'm just going to go straight in with a spoolie. I don't have my Anastasia one, but any spoolie will do. I'm going to take this one from ICED, and I am just going to use this to do my brows. Okay, so I've just gone into the brow wax and I've ruined that beautiful aesthetic. So I'm now just going to brush this through my brows. I've loaded the spoolie up with product. I don't really know how much you're supposed to put on. Okay, so I'm just going to start from my right eyebrow. Wow, yeah, it's definitely got a good pull to it. I think I've gone in with a little bit too much product, but of course I don't know. Oh, wow. Look how much that's lifted, and I haven't like wet the brush or anything. Just twisting the spoolie so I don't like put tons of product in the same place. Oh my god, obsessed. Look how quickly that's done that. Wow. Yeah, already obsessed, guys. So worth it. Get it now. This is so good and quick as well. The front few hairs I always struggle with because my hairs are quite coarse. I'm just going to brush these across, and then they say to use like the side of the brush to like flatten the brows. That's what I'm going to do. Oh my god, look at the difference. Okay, I am obsessed. Like I was like, oh, okay, like it will be like a, you know, thick brow gel or something like that, but no, like this is so good. There's one hair that won't go down, there you go, but this is just so good. Like it was so easy to use. I feel like if you were to use this every day it would run out quite quickly, but I do tons of makeup tutorials here on my channel and Instagram and everything like that, so I do tend to switch up my brow products just to make it a little bit more, I guess, interesting. But wow, and it's almost given them like a nice shine, whereas I do find that some brow glue type products leave like that waxy soap residue on your brows. I would say usage wise, just take your spoolie and like run across the kind of wax once. Obviously it's not going to look as beautiful as when you first open it, of course, as it is a clear wax, but I think that should be absolutely plenty. If you've got kind of brow hairs that's similar to mine, I do have quite a lot of brow hairs. Obviously if you've got thinner brows then you won't need as much product, but I am so impressed. I was kind of like, oh, like this will be good, like I can use it when I do Anastasia like palette reviews and things like that, because I like to do kind of full faces of the same brand when I do like a specific review, and I don't like really drawing in my brows nowadays. I prefer just to use a brow glue. So I feel like you're going to see this a lot more on my channel, you guys. This is unreal. Like it's just so easy to use, and it hasn't left that horrible like waxy soap residue on the brows, which I definitely do find from other products which I mentioned. I am so obsessed. I know that soap brows isn't like everyone's vibe, but I personally now love it, and when I do normal brows I feel like they look really blocky. I just prefer them all lifted up, and I also feel like it kind of gives you more eye space as well. Absolutely obsessed with that. The only thing, obviously, because of the beautiful rose gold packaging, if you're clumsy you will get it dirty, but I wipe clean all of my products before I put them back in the drawers anyway. Okay, so I'm going to try and sort of narrow the video down, as I've mentioned a few times recently. So what I'm going to do is show you everything else that I put on my face with a very quick voiceover, but I am going to quickly take a cotton bud just underneath where I've put the brow wax, just to get rid of the residue so it doesn't interfere with my eyeshadow, and I'm going to go and do the rest of my makeup because I am also testing out the highlighter, so I will meet you back at the highlighter stage. So I'm just starting off by taking a cotton bud and some micellar water and just cleaning up around my brows, just because if I got any kind of brow wax that I can't see when I do eyeshadow and everything like that later, it will mess up the texture, so I just like to do that to clean up the surface. Then I'm going in with my P. Louise base in shade number 2 and just popping this on kind of like a thin layer just across the lid, and blending it out with this little concealer brush. This one in particular is from ICED. I always link my ICED brushes down below. They are amazing, I use them all the time. So check out the description box so you can find the ICED brushes. Now I'm going in with the Norvina palette. I haven't actually used this very recently, so I wanted to dive into it. I'm starting off with the shade Volatile and just popping this kind of like in the outer section of the eye to really create the shape of the eye look that I want and add some depth to the crease. So I'm building it up with this Peaches Makeup pencil brush, just going right through the socket all the way through to the inner corner and building it in a kind of soft winged shape. I decided not to use tape for this look, so I wanted the edges to be quite soft. So I'm just blending that in all through the socket of the eye. Then I'm taking the shade Incense, which is like this lighter cool toned brown, and I'm just taking it on another kind of blending brush and just using this to blend out the darker shade. Just going backwards and forwards, little circling motions, stamping it on to begin with and just kind of building it up as I go along. And I'm going to use this to blend up towards the brow bone, just tapping off the excess where needed. Just going back and forth. Then I'm taking a little bit of that darker brown shade again and just deepening up the crease. I like to kind of go back and forth between blending colours just to make sure they still stay super intense. So I'm going back and forth. Then I'm taking the shade called Base from the Norvina palette, which is a very light kind of ivory bone shade. It has a tiny bit of shimmer in it, but it's not sparkly, it's more of a satin finish. So I just popped this kind of like on the brow bone and blending it into that lighter brown colour, just to kind of finish off this blend. And then I went back in with the mid-tone brown just in between to really blend it out. Now I'm taking some micellar water, popping it onto a cotton bud. I'm wiping off the excess micellar water on my hand just so it's not super wet. And I'm going to use this to kind of cut the crease. This isn't a super like dramatic cut crease, it's more just to make it look a little bit more precise, I guess. So as you can see, I'm not like being too neat, I guess. I'm just kind of popping a line through the socket, having a little bit of a dance. And then I'm going to take my P. Louise base again and just fill in that area that I have just cleaned up with the same ICED concealer brush and just bringing it into the outer edge. If I wanted something super precise, I would use a smaller brush. Maybe the Peaches Makeup PC40 is really good for cutting the crease. Then I'm going to blend in the darker shade to the outer edge of concealer so it's not super sharp on the outer edge. Then I'm going in with this beautiful champagne colour called Dreamer, which is from the Anastasia palette. I don't often do looks with like a champagne colour all across the lid, but I just felt like it today and I actually really like it. I feel like it really opens up the eyes. It's actually a very like go-to bridal makeup almost, like with these champagne tones. Now I'm just taking the P. Louise base and going under my lower lash line before applying that dark brown, just blending that out softly underneath the eye just to frame it. Then I'm taking Morphe's Bar Colour Pencil, which is like a warm tone brown. It really makes my green eyes pop. Just popping that through the waterline, and then I'm moving on to this eyeliner from Rouge Cosmetics, which is the Police Eyeliner Up Pencil. And I'm just going to draw a line with no wing just across the lash line just to make the mascara and falsies blend in better. Just curling my lashes with the Shein eyelash curlers, and now I'm taking the Revolution 5D Lash Mascara, just popping this all across my lashes in prep for my falsies. It's actually such a good mascara. Then I'm taking these lashes from Anastasia. I've used them before. They are so nice. They're in the style Dreamy. They're super spiky and make your eyes look quite doll-like, I think. For primer, I'm taking the MUA Banana Blur Primer before moving on to the Luminous Foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade 230N. This shade is actually perfect when I have a fresh tan. It just matches so well. And just bear in mind I do film under massive like softbox lights, but it is literally a perfect match to my tan. It's such a nice shade. I'm going to blend that into the skin before moving on to the Anastasia Cream Contour. There's a motorbike in the background. Cream Contour palette to do some light cream contouring. And then I'm taking the Revolution Eye Bright Concealer. And this is a really nice formula if you like that super bright-eyed look. Obviously it comes in many shades. I'm blending that out with my Morphe contour and highlight sponge, just for a nice flawless finish. Then I'm going to set the whole face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I absolutely love this powder and I can understand the hype. It's so finely milled, just makes your face look so flawless, and you don't really need that much product either. I do want to try the Anastasia one, so if you've tried that, let me know what it's like. Then I'm going to take my very, very beaten up Anastasia contour kit. This is the powder one, and I think the shade that I'm taking is called Fawn, I'm not entirely sure. And then I'm going to bronze up the skin with my Kiko bronzer. All products will be linked down below because I can't remember the name of this off the top of my head. Then I'm moving on to blush. I'm taking the shade Honey Thief from Milk Cosmetics. I absolutely love this blush. Then I'm going to set all of this into place with the All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray. Removing my kind of foundation off my lips. For lip combo, I'm taking the Peaches Praline lip liner, which is kind of like a soft brownie nude lip liner. I use this all the time. And then I'm taking Anastasia's Ashton liquid lipstick, which is a really nice like warm brown kind of tone. And for gloss, I'm going to top it off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Toffee lip gloss. Came in one of their sets. It's so gorgeous, has a little bit of shimmer to it, and it complements this liquid lipstick perfectly. So yeah, and this is basically the finished makeup look. So we will go into the highlighter in a second. I'm just also going to pop some mascara onto my lower lashes as well. We are back looking a little bit more glamorous than before. So I'm now going to try out the highlighter. What I'm going to do is do one side dry and then one side wet, and then obviously finish off by making the other side with a wet brush as well, just so it's even. But this is the beautiful Iced Out Highlighter, which I believe is £33, but let me double check my Beauty Bay website. It is £33. So it's a luxurious highlighter and it is absolutely beautiful to look at. Initially when I did first see this on Instagram, I thought, oh my god, it's gonna look like just a harsh white line. Anastasia, what are you thinking? The Amrezy highlighter was just so beautiful, and I still use it very sparingly because I know it's like limited edition, but it does look white on camera. I'll try and do a close-up shot for you now so you can actually see what it looks like, but it is actually like white with a ton of gold reflex to it. It's super beautiful with almost like a leafy kind of imprint on it. It's so stunning. I've just filmed my close-up shot and my Instagram shot because I don't want to ruin it before I actually put it on my face. So to put it on, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush, just because they say for best results apply it with this. This one is super old and all the writing has rubbed off. So I'm going to start off with the dry side. I'm so excited, and just go straight into the highlighter. I'm trying not to ruin it, but it's going to get ruined eventually. So I'm just kind of loading up my brush there. I feel like that's as much as I would usually go for. I'm not going to tap off the brush, but I'm just going to pop this straight on my cheek. I'm going to go for the dry side on this side first. Here we go. Okay, that is stunning. It actually looks more gold on the cheek than I thought it would do. I thought it was going to be super icy. I don't have too much of a cast. Do that right up there. little bit on my nose and just above the brow. Okay, that is super beautiful, really shimmery gold gorgeousness. Okay, now I'm building up as a little bit of a cast, but I'm going to keep like buffing that in. It's a super like luminous glow. Okay, and now I'm going to do the wet side. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Take 2 sprays on the brush, give it a little shake so it's not like dripping wet and ruins the actual highlighter. And now I'm going to go back in to the highlighter, load that up, and then pop this onto my cheek. Okay, that is gorgeous. Yep, stunning. It's definitely more gold than it looks in the pan. It looks like it's going to be icy, but it's not. It's gold, which is really confusing, but also really cool because obviously it will suit a ton of different skin tones. If you're a little bit paler than me, I probably would go in with a lighter hand. That way you can just buff it in a little bit more without the cast. I haven't actually watched any reviews of the Iced Out collection, so I think I'll watch them tonight and see what other people's reviews are, see if it suits their skin tone. It's supposed to suit all skin tones, but it's very gold. Just kind of going in heavy-handed now, aren't I? That is stunning. I'm obsessed. Love it. I've gone in very heavy-handed, but why not? Then I'm going to take my blush brush and just kind of like tap, well, I'm stamping over the area with the highlighter and the blush to kind of like merge the two together. Yeah, that's blended it in a little bit. Just take your blush brush and just kind of tap over that and the highlight to blend it in, but I love that. It's very shimmery. This is a perfect summer highlighter. I definitely thought it was going to be more icy, so I'm really impressed with that. So this is the finished makeup look. I absolutely love it, although I am mainly talking about the highlighter and the Brow Freeze styling wax. Definitely recommend both products if you're going to get one of either. I didn't get the lip gloss because they're clear lip glosses, they're gorgeous and everything like that, but I feel like I already have a ton of clear lip gloss, but I was really desperate to try out the highlighter and the Brow Freeze, so I don't have any opinions on the lip glosses. If you're going to get one thing from the collection, I highly recommend the Brow Freeze. Like, it's so easy to use, and my eyebrow hairs are actually quite coarse, quite thick actually. Like, when you pluck them, like, you really have to yank them out of my skin. So if they can hold up my brows, they can probably hold up yours. But yeah, and the highlighter is gorgeous. It is so beautiful, so luxurious, very Anastasia Beverly Hills, definitely like fit the brand kind of aesthetic, and the Brow Freeze is so stunning. I highly recommend this, and to be honest, I think, just double checking the price, for £23 I do actually think this is worth your money, and I would definitely get this if you want those like fluffy so brows that are really easy to do. You don't have to mix it with water and like faff around with different consistencies and putting too much water in it. You just go straight in, fluff up your brows, you're good to go. And I didn't put any product in my brows, I've just got the Brow Freeze in, so if you've got quite thick brows like mine, perfect for you. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me. I'd really appreciate it. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be alerted when I upload a new video. Follow me on my social media accounts. I am on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter, all the same username, which is shivonmakeupbiz. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye.